streamers that like make good money streaming and stuff like that, it's the easiest job in the world. They're the luckiest people on earth. Anybody who says otherwise, maybe they just have some like mental thing going on or whatever that like, an inbound, some type of thing going on in their life. I don't know, that just makes them hate it or something like that. But if you actually like playing video games, you like streaming and stuff like that, you get to make way more money than most people make, right? And you get to play video games that you enjoy and you get to hang out with your community. Can't really beat that, to be honest, So to me, I mean that's like the dream job, dude. I feel very lucky that I get to wake up every day. I get to chill, hang out with my family, and it's like I don't know, just play a video game that I like to play that I'd probably play anyway, even if I wasn't streaming. So I feel very fortunate. And I think anybody that streams and is able to stream for a living at like a decent level and make good money should feel very fortunate. So I think that people who say otherwise are very like unappreciative of their like situation in life, and it's kind of like sad to see. Once again, some people might be have like mental stuff going on or whatever, or whatever other things that I can't account for, but standard streamer in a standard situation, that's they should not be complaining about anything ever. You work, yeah, exactly. You work from, well, thank you, M5. You work from home, dude. You like, okay, let me just compare like other types of things, right? Like I had a like a pretty like large scale like fireworks business before, right? So like I had to manage like I had like a shit ton of inventory, okay? Multiple locations, buildings, insurance for these different locations, employees, all this type of shit, right? Nonstop, left, all this shit that I had to fucking do. And it's like, dude, now it's like I just have like a gaming PC and a streaming PC, and like I just stream when I want to stream. It's like it. It's not that tough, man. Macy doesn't like streaming. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why. Maybe he I think Macy also gets like he's just sick of I can't speak for him exactly. I mean, when I talk to him, he says he still like enjoys it enough, so must be all right. But Macy also gets like stream sniped like crazy. That's probably part of it. That's probably part of it. Okay, that's all done. Sorry, I'm just doing all my like YouTube stuff. Normally I do this after the stream, but I'm streaming unusually late hours today, so I gotta do it while I'm streaming. Sorry. All right. Normally take care of the stuff off stream. Gotta be on stream today, but so the other thing that actually makes me even like kind of madder about other people that are not appreciative of being able to stream is like I was successful like financially and stuff like that, and in my job and career and like the business I owned before Siege, and like I would have been fine without streaming. I still would have made like very good money, would have made a lot of money without streaming. Um, but there's a lot of people I did before, there's a lot of people that like this is their like only ticket. Maybe that's part of it too. Maybe they're like they also like maybe they really haven't had like other jobs before, right? Like there's definitely a lot of people who stream and like
GG's, bro.
you're done.
Have a good night.
All right, later, buddy. Jeez.
Later.
Maybe that's the difference. Maybe they don't have any perspective because they've never had another job, they've never owned a business, and they also can't really do anything other than streaming, right? Like that's like their best option. Like their number one like opportunity in life to make money. They're either going to be stuck on like literal minimum wage, like working at McDonald's because they have no actual life skills, or like stuff like that. They you know that's probably what it is. I feel like that's for most of them. They have no life skills. They have no other skills outside of like streaming and stuff like that, and that's it. Like if for whatever reason I didn't want to stream tomorrow, not that I wouldn't want to, but I could literally do 30 different things that'd probably make me more money than streaming anyway. So I think that might be the difference. Maybe it's that I have the option to not like stream anymore if I didn't want to, whereas other people don't. Like they're like locked in basically and they feel stuck perhaps. Maybe that's what it is. Or they don't have like maybe they don't have like I said, they might not have ever had another job, so they don't actually know what it's like having like other jobs and how they are, and they like fantasize about like working in an office, but in reality they'd probably burn out of that shit in like fucking 2 weeks and realize how lucky they were to stream and play video games. If a number of these streamers that make good money spend a month doing a 9 to 5, commuting an hour each way just to deal with the dick boss and catty coworkers, sending and receiving brain dead emails, and always working for someone else, they gain new perspective on how good they have it working from home and streaming. Yes, they would. They would. I think that's a lot of the problem too. They lack a lot of perspective in life. There's a lot of people who streamed and they never did anything else in their entire life, or they streamed and did content creation and stuff. Maybe they had some other like menial job at some point or whatever. But anyway, it bothers me a little bit because you know, I'm not saying that there's nothing like everything is just 100% perfect with stuff like that. That's silly. I mean, nothing's perfect in life. That's ridiculous to say. I mean, there definitely are things that are annoying, and there are things that are I'd probably rather have not happen and stuff like that are, whatever. You also have like less certainty about streaming and stuff like that, but I built myself options and stuff. Well, the thing that's also kind of annoying is like I've also told a bunch of other streamers, I've been telling them this for like ever, that like, hey, like it's cool that we're making all this money and stuff right now, but like it might not last forever. Like you should like invest and have other options and stuff. And like some of them listen to me and some of them don't. Some of them don't. Like for me now, streaming is not even my biggest income source. It's like investments and stuff like that, which is how it should be. I mean, if you're fortunate enough to make a bunch of money, right? I mean, don't just go buying a bunch of stupid shit, dude. Like, obviously, buying nice things is nice, but like, set yourself up. You have a unique opportunity where you get to make a lot of money at a young age. So, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, man. Mm-mm. Oh, these Q types are killing me, dude. I'm gonna like take off the matchmaking delay. Maybe it'll help. So, Swami. But yeah. Also, some of them are probably feeling the burn a little bit now because the amount of like money and stuff like that was in streaming, like say like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, was infinitely higher than it is now. Like it's not that you're like fucking impoverished streaming nowadays by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, most trust me, all these streamers are still doing fine, but it's a big difference. Like probably most of them, their incomes are down like half or more, give or take. At least down anywhere between like 20 to like over 50% lower. So people are broke that don't have the money to sub. I would say that people are broke. It's less about subbing and stuff like that, as it's more about like there's been a lot of changes on the platforms and stuff like that, like Twitch, right? Like Twitch, there's differences like on there. Like Twitch used to always pay you $3.50 for every sub that you got, whether it was from like now they do regional pricing based on countries. Now they do regional pricing based on Prime subs. They used to also pay you a bunch of money just to like stay on the platform. Is it because of saturation of content? No. It's from slashing like partner cuts, and Twitch used to just, if you were like a big streamer, you got paid like a bunch of, not everybody of course, but like at least I did. I got paid like a bunch of money just to stay on Twitch and not go to like Mixer or YouTube. I had offers from those places and Facebook and stuff. So, yeah, those are all gone. That was like a huge thing. That was like massive, actually. And then like even all the brand deals, because the economy has slowed down, like there's less of them. They don't pay as much anymore, generally speaking. So that's just kind of the stuff that it is now. It shouldn't be a problem. Like no one should be able to not live on their Twitch income, you know, unless they had some crazy spending habits, maybe. Mm-mm-mm. Twitch pays like $1 for each sub in the MENA region. Dude, I'm pretty sure Twitch pays like 9 cents from a sub from Turkey or something like that. Like it's actually like ridiculous. So like you might see somebody that has like, say somebody has like I mean I can't give exact numbers for myself, but like okay, look at me. It's like I have like 1,200 subs right now, right? So you'd think 1,200 times like 250 or 350 or 5, some people think, or whatever it is. Okay. Um, but it's like significantly less than that because of like it's all regional pricing, because you get, that's all it is. So if someone subs from Turkey, you get 9 cents. If someone subs from the US, you get your like 250 or whatever. If you have a higher split, you get 350. Stuff like that. But it's just like a big change, I guess. Move to Venezuela. Well, it depends where your viewers are subbing from. So that's why part of the reason too you'll see like I don't know. I'm not like it's tough to say how much people make from subs. Like before, if you had 10,000 subs, you literally made like whatever, 25 or $35,000 a month. Now, if they're all subs from Turkey, right? Like say someone gifted you a bunch of subs that they were from Turkey, right? And like say like 9,000 of the 10,000 subs are from Turkey, then instead of being like 35,000, you'd get like a grand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a huge difference, bro. Like, it's a fucking gigantic difference. Like, it's literally like night and day, potentially. It literally could be like no joke, the difference between 35 grand and like under $1,000. I don't know how that works for like changing your Twitch account to a different region and stuff like that. I don't know, honestly. I have no idea how that works. I think you're supposed to base it off your home region, but uh, 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 uh. Making money from Twitch is mostly ad revenue. Yes. Yep. It's mostly ad revenue driven. Like I used to run, I don't know, for people who watch the stream for a really long time, I used to run 0 ads ever, like none. Like actually 0. And I mean now you literally have to. Like you don't have a choice. Like your sub revenue just gets like pummeled. So pretty much now your option is like run ads or just like take a huge revenue hit. So that's it. I mean, that's what they want you to do now. That's where they kind of the direction they push you in. I mean, to be fair as well, Twitch was kind of subsidizing those costs, right? Like there was a few things that Twitch used to do that were like kind of crazy. Like they used to pay you to stay on the platform, like a lot of money, like an insane amount of money just to stay on Twitch. That was one thing. Those are all gone. There might be like like literally maybe the top like few streamers maybe get those deals and they're not as good as they used to be, even if they do nowadays. And even that, I think those are even like gone now at this point too. They're just like you could just leave if you want. There might be some people that are like ending their contracts on those. I don't actually know for sure, but they're pretty much done. Then you have so that's obviously gone. That was the biggest thing. Ad revenue now is like if you were a decent sized streamer, you got the same ad revenue cut back then without having to run a certain number of ads. That was pretty nice. Now you have to run a certain number of ads that they force you to run, and they force you to use the ad manager. And then you used to get paid on every sub, every Prime sub. It was like $3.50 on every Prime sub, or $2.50 if you're a lower tier partner. And then you used to get paid for every regular sub is $3.50 or $2.50, right? Now, like I said, it varies a lot. You could get 9 cents for a sub. So, like I said, if you have 1,000 subs, if you have 1,000 subs and you used to get paid like $3.50, right? That's $3,500. Not too bad. You know, that's pretty decent. Pretty decent. It's almost like $1,000 a week. Plus, you'll have other stuff, ad revenue, everything like that, right? But if they're from Turkey, for example, right? You'd get $90 a month. You'd get $90 a month, bro. Which is obviously not survivable. So, obviously, not everyone's going to get all subs from Turkey. It's going to be a mix, but instead of maybe getting like 3,500, now it might be like 15 or something. You know what I'm saying? Or 2. So it's a big cut. It's like your sub revenue will get halved. Granted, people are paying less for the subs too, so maybe more people sub. Could be a thing too. But they just push you toward ad revenue now and stuff like that instead. All it is. They just want you sub it. They just want you running ads, which makes sense because ads from Twitch's perspective are better because before they were subsidizing the cost of these like big Twitch contracts, right? That came out of Twitch/Amazon's pocket. These higher cost on Prime subs and regular subs, that was coming out of Twitch's pocket. So I mean, from a pure financial perspective, I get it. It makes sense. But it just sucks. That's all, you know. But hence the reason why I like pretty much invested all my money and like diversified the shit out of my income so I don't have to like rely on just streaming. The bidet is goated, not gonna lie. Well, thank you, Swami. Appreciate it. If you like it, please leave a review. And chat, if you haven't bought a bidet yet, Swami loves it. Buy a bidet. Exhibition bidet, $39.99 free shipping. See? Oh, they're different stuff, dude. Honestly, the bidet was more of a fun thing. That wasn't really like a I guess it's like it's a little bit of a diversification, I guess. Diarrhea. Bro, diarrhea is the worst. Not gonna lie. Yeah, $22 bidet years ago. It's been holding up since. Hey, that's great. That's great. Kind of sketch, but it works. Well, if you want to move that one to another toilet and upgrade, you can get mine. Hey, well, thank you, Womps. I appreciate it. Crazy how much more simple weddings were back then, too. Dude, weddings nowadays. So, like, I'm like Middle Eastern, and back in the day, all these weddings that I've been converting, they literally used to be. I talked about this yesterday, but they used to be like a nice party. Everyone ate good, everything like that, open bar, all that kind of stuff. But the goal of the wedding was to like obviously throw a party that was nice, stuff like that, and then you got a bunch of gifts. Those gifts basically helped you like get a step up in life, down payment for a house, whatever, stuff like that, right? Like you'd make a lot of money off your wedding. You would make a lot of money off your wedding. Nowadays, you're expected to spend all of that money pretty much like entertaining your guest. It's just like a break even type of thing. Or most of it. Maybe you'll have enough for your like honeymoon, possibly. 13-minute queue. Yeah, I can restart my game. Let's see. It's kind of jarring. Yeah, it's just like I guess things change a little bit. Your brother paid like 40K for his wedding. Did he like get gifts and stuff like that? Like 40K is like it depends. If you're expecting to get 40K is crazy. It depends though. 40K is crazy if you're not getting any gifts. Okay, so you're Middle Eastern. They probably gave your brother like a cash or a check. So it's fine. It's not crazy. I know people that spent 150 grand on their wedding, 200 grand on their wedding, and they got all the money back from because they invited like 1,000 people. And all of those people then gave them gifts, you know. It depends. I think it's crazy to spend like 40, 50 grand on your wedding if you're not expecting to get like money, right? If you're not expecting to get like cash or check as gifts. Like that's crazy because then you're actually just like throwing that. I mean, if you want to have a nice party, whatever, it's your life and money and everything like that. But I think that's kind of crazy. But if you're expecting to gain it back in gifts, then it makes it a little bit different, I guess. That's all. But then you're just gambling if your friends and family will be nice enough to give you back. I mean, you have like a pretty good idea of what you're gonna like gain back from your like wedding. You have two venues, one for women and one for men, so it gets pricey. Hmm. Yeah, ours are together, so I mean it's just one hall. But you're kind of not gambling. There's like a certain amount of money you're gonna get from like close friends and family, roughly. And then there's like a certain amount that that you're gonna get from like friends and then like extended aunts and uncles and stuff like that and whatever. Like you kind of know what you're gonna get, give or take. Obviously, it's not a science. There's people that end up like losing money on their wedding and stuff, but it shouldn't be too bad. Like you should know, like if you're inviting, let's just say you're inviting 500 people, those people are roughly going to give you $200 a person on average. For the average, for probably about like 400 of them are going to give you, say if you invite 500 people to your wedding, probably 400 of them are going to give you about $200 average per person. Some are going to give you 300, some are going to give you 100. It's mostly the old people that are still stuck in like, I don't know, a bazillion years ago that think that this stuff doesn't cost anybody. They'll give you less, but the younger people will give you more. So you'll average probably about 300 a person, give or take, right? So you times that by 400, that's like $120,000, right? That's $120,000. Or no, it's not gonna be 300 per. It's probably per couple. It's like probably more like 200. I would say right now times like 400. That's still 80 G's. Okay, and probably those last 100 people are gonna average out to probably like $500 a person. So you're gonna be spending that on the wedding. You're gonna be spending like 100,000 on your wedding for these 500 people. But you're gonna just pay it right. You're gonna. There's gonna be 500 people at your wedding. You're gonna spend 100 grand, and then they're just going to give you, you're going to get a check or cash from every single person that comes. You're going to deposit it all in the bank, and you're just going to write those checks right back out to all your vendors into the wedding hall, and that's it. That's it. Most of the money comes from parents and grandparents. Possibly. Possibly. I mean, the way it is, at least where I live, is the wedding vendors and stuff all know that, like, you're not like that you're gonna get paid. Like if they don't know you or your family, then they'll probably require you to put like a big deposit and all that kind of stuff and that type of deal. But like for example, for my wedding, I didn't put any deposits down or like little like really minimal ones, like $200, something like that. And then I had to pay all these people like thousands of dollars, 10 grand, 20, whatever, depending on what they were doing. So I mean that's just how it goes, you know. Back in the day, people married much younger, didn't have much to start, so the gifts like blenders, toasters, Tupperware, etc. So the about now most have what they need for a furnished house, the basic appliances. So cash is the bigger gift idea. I always give money every single time, even if it's a non-Middle Eastern wedding. I just still give money, even if it's a backyard wedding where it's costing them basically nothing. Like I still just will write them a check for like, say me and my wife go $200. You know, if it's a Middle Eastern wedding, I'll give them between like 400 to 500, give or take, for me and my wife, depending on how close I am with them. Maybe six if I'm like closer. If it's like a sibling getting married, like a grand at least, like 1,000 or 2,000 is like customary to give. But only if you're married. If you're not married, you don't give a gift. But if you're married, you give a gift. Kind of how it goes. When Amir and Alman get married, literally zero. Literally zero. They're horrible people. Their dad will pay for everything anyway. It seems crazy. Like when people hear that they're like, oh, someone spent like 100 grand on a wedding. They think it's insane, and it is. To be honest, it is pretty crazy. But the thing is, you just like I said, you just get it back in gifts, and then you just basically pay it out, and you generally break even or make. Most people make like a tiny bit of money on their wedding, like maybe a few thousand still, which will maybe cover like part of a honeymoon or a honeymoon, depending on like where you go. Zumi will get married and I won't give him 200. If Zumi got married, I'd give him 200. Okay. There you go. Maybe. No guarantees. No guarantees. You think that blowing the cash on the honeymoon is better play than spending on the wedding itself? True. I would agree with you, but the thing is, remember, you have to do it. Like that's the thing. Like you don't. So I'll just give an example. Like let's just say you're having 500 people at your wedding, and you're planning on revenuing like $110,000 give or take on the wedding. Okay, you in gifts. That's your like estimate, give or take. Like 100 to 120 is your estimate. You'll probably spend like 90, 95 or something like that to be on like the low end to be safe because there's other things that end up like creeping up expense wise. You'll end up spending a few thousand here, there, or whatever. Okay. So it seems great, but the thing is, you can't like not throw a nice party and expect people to like give you these like gifts. It's just like not. I don't know. I mean, I guess hypothetically you could just fuck everybody over, but it's like those are like all of your family members and friends and stuff like that, and they're gonna. This is the problem. Um, this is the problem. Like they'll know immediately based on the location that you pick, right? They'll know based on the location you pick. So if you choose like a shit location, they'll probably just give you a shit gift. That's the problem is like the wedding halls that are by us, they charge over $100 for a plate of food and like service and open bar and stuff like that. 100K. But the thing is, your brother spent 15K on his wedding and it actually cost him 15K. If somebody like in my family, for example, spent 100K on a wedding, they'd probably make 5 grand or so, right? Like when my sister got married, I think her wedding was like 80K, but she made $25,000 on her wedding. Like, because people were just really generous with gifts, and they were more generous than they were expecting. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And like, you don't put the money down up front. You put nothing down. Maybe a few $100s for a deposit for each vendor. That's it. After it's done, you collect all the money. All the wedding vendors know the deal. It's hard to explain because then you'll tell somebody like, oh, the wedding was 100 grand. They're like, what the fuck? Are you crazy? And it is crazy. But the thing is like, the net cost of your brother spending 15 was more right than spending 100 for a Middle Eastern wedding. Does it make sense, kind of? Hello, Mr. Bidet stream. Would you gift the King George Bidet for a fresh wedding couple? Does it make for a good gift? It does. It does. It's the best gift you could give, dude. It seems crazy to say that. Like, even me saying that right now, I'm like, wow, that's fucking stupid that I'm saying this. But, like, if you think about it, right? Like, you have to book this wedding hall. This wedding hall, like, there's a few wedding halls that are, like, nice halls where people are going to give you a nice gift. There's some that are shittier where they'll give you, like, an okay gift. And if you say I'm doing it in my backyard, they're probably not going to fucking show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll probably just be close family and friends. So it's like, you get to have a really nice, extravagant party and it's paid for by all of your guests. And you'll probably have a little bit left over at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like 500 people are not going to come to your house. If you send out invites and you put your home address for the 500 people, bro, like 450 of them are not going to fucking go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to be insulted that you're doing it at your house. But if you list it as one of these nice venues, everyone knows the rough cost of these nice venues, right? So they know that these venues that cost, if you're gonna do, open bar with a steak dinner and there's appetizers and it's like a 5-course meal, it's about $120 to $140 a plate. So they know that they need to then spend like 200. They need to give you at least 200 because there's the band and there's like, whatever, other expenses, limo, there's I don't know, there's other shit, dresses, suits, all that. There's things that add up, right? There's security at all these things and stuff like that too. I mean, there's other expenses. So they know that for you, it's probably going to cost like 180 a person net. So they're going to give you like 200 to 250, maybe if they're generous, 300 a person to kind of cover, you know. It's a weird system. It is. Explaining this is like most people are just not going to get it, even though that I'm explaining this. And honestly, even when I'm saying it, it sounds stupid. But it fucking works somehow. It fucking works somehow. And there's people that go crazy with their weddings too, where like they don't expect you to even give a gift to like make up for it. I went to a wedding where someone spent like literally almost $1 million on their wedding. Supposedly they spent around $1 million, give or take. I mean, I'm not gonna give them. There was like 1,000 people at the wedding, so for them to break even, if there was 1,000 people at $1 million for the wedding, they're really rich. So I mean, it doesn't matter. They would, they would need each person to give $1,000. No, not 9 million. It was like $1 million for their wedding. They would need each person to give them $1,000. I didn't know this person like super well. They're obviously a friend. I like knew them and stuff like that. So I mean, I gave him like I was just by myself at the time. I gave him $200. I'm not gonna give them a fucking grand. I didn't see this guy in like 5 years. Like, I'm not giving him $1,000. I went to his wedding because I used to hang out with him a lot, but I gave him $200. That's it. I was like, I'm not giving him any more than that. It's stupid. If he wants to go spend that much money on a wedding, I don't think he really cares. He ended up his parents were like super fucking loaded, and he was the only boy, so they were like really excited that he was getting married and stuff. Still seems pretty ridiculous. I don't care how much money you have. That's still kind of insane. The golden child? Yeah. Well, when we were in college, uh, I was driving a fucking rusted Durango, and his parents had bought him a like Jaguar XJ, and this is back when they were like, dude, this was like, yeah, I'm fucking old. I was in college like 16 years ago or something like that, right? If 16, 14 years ago, whatever, stuff like that. And he had a Jaguar XJ that was like $180,000, like some really custom like luxury edition car for the Jaguar XJ. I mean, inflation adjusted, that car's like 300,000 today. And he had a second car too. He had he had a Lamborghini of some kind. I don't. It was before the Hurricane. I think it was a Gallardo or something like that. I mean, he was just spoiled. I mean, he was actually very nice, I will say, but he was just very spoiled for sure. Your wife's family paid for you and your wife's wedding. That's actually sick. I paid for my own wedding. I paid for my wedding. Well, I mean, like I said, the gifts paid for pretty much everything. I didn't make any money on my wedding. I actually never really did the math to know if I like broke even or not on my wedding. If I lost any money, it was only a little bit because I did put some deposits down for my wedding and stuff like that. Um, I did put some deposits down for my wedding. So, but I do remember the money that I like deposited into my bank account to then pay the vendors. I didn't take any money out of like my actual account. So I don't remember if I had any. There was like a little bit left over in there. I probably literally maybe spent like I might have lost like $1,000 on my wedding tops, like or like maybe two or something. Maybe I broke even. I'd really have to go back and like add the gifts up, and I have like a spreadsheet. So that's the other funny thing is you make a spreadsheet with gifts and stuff like that too. So then when you go to those people's like weddings or their kids' weddings, then you end up like, oh, this person only gave 150. Fuck them. I'm giving 150. you know? Fucking cheap ass. That's how it ends up like being too, like I actually thought I was gonna lose a lot of money on my wedding. I mean, you guys saw the pictures of it. It was like pretty extravagant. Um, but luckily, I was actually very surprised. All of like my like close friends and stuff like that, they actually like went crazy giving me gifts, which was like not expected or necessary for them to do. And some of my like family members and stuff gave me like really nice gifts and stuff too, which once again they did not have to do and I was not expecting. So that was very nice of them. I was expecting to probably lose like a decent amount more. Like I was expecting to like be nowhere near breaking even, and I either like broke even or maybe made a little bit or maybe lost. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't actually add up everything perfectly, but if I lost any money, it was just the stuff that I spent outside of actually paying for. It might have been like there was. I remember when I added up all the gifts and I put all the stuff in that I didn't have to take any money out of my account and there was money left over, but I had spent money on like other stuff, liquor for the house, champagnes for certain, like, so that's where I think like maybe it was like 1,000, 2,000 maximum that I lost, but it's probably less because there was some money left over after I paid everybody too. You would give it a nice toaster. Well, that's the thing is everybody knows the cost. That's all it is. If it's at Everybody knows like the rough cost for all these places. Like if it's at this certain wedding hall, it's probably like 120 to 140 depending on what options they pick for that person to eat and have an open bar. If it's at there's like another like 3 or 4 wedding halls, those ones cost about like 90 to like 110. So you kind of have an idea there, right? And then there's like some shitty wedding halls that are probably like maybe 60 a person, like 70 a person. So basically, when you get the invitation, you'll know where you're going and you know how large of a gift to send, right? That's pretty much it. Because you know the base price pretty much at that point of what it costs them, and then you obviously know rough price for band and all that kind of stuff. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Band, and if you do like midnight snack and all that kind of stuff. It's normally 60 to 70 a person is shitty or poor. That sounds like a nice time. Oh, 60 to $70 meal is a nice meal. But at the wedding hall, 60 to 70 is like a shitty hall. You know what I'm saying? Like the food is not going to be that good. Like it all like scales. Like I don't know. Maybe the wedding stuff is just overpriced in my area because there's a lot of Middle Eastern people and they're always renting out all the halls and stuff. Like if I had a 60 or $70 meal, that would be off the chain. 60 or $70 meal is fucking great. But a 60 or $70 meal at a wedding hall is fucking trash. Like it's gonna be like horrible food probably. Like it's literally like bottom tier. It'd be the equivalent to going to like Applebee's, pretty much. Probably worse, Frank. I'd actually rather go to Applebee's. Like it's just because the word wedding gets attached to it. It's also there is more that goes on too. Like the wedding hall has to set up a dance floor. They have to they have different types of insurance and stuff like that that they have to carry. There's a bunch of waiters and waitresses that are always going around and they're not tipped, right? You don't tip the waiters. I mean, they do have tip jars out and stuff like that, but like at like the bar. Um but it's more of like you're basically you don't want your guest paying for like the service and having to feel like they need to tip every like you tip the staff, like there's a set fee that you tip the staff and stuff like that that's included. That's like pretty like a nice tip that's in that 60 70. That also includes unlimited alcohol, right, at 60 70. So like, I mean, there's people that are heavy drinkers, dude. There's people that are heavy drinkers, and if they're drinking like the bar down, so they're doing the math on that 60 70, right? So they have to put a meal in there, right? Like probably like a 3-course meal still, like a soup, probably a salad, um, you know, uh, uh, food, right? A plate of food, and then like Probably the dessert will probably be your cake, but you could also do other dessert options, and there might be like a happy hour of And once again, the bar's open for like 6 hours while this is happening. So if you're having a bunch of people that are drinking a bunch, that makes the food really shitty because they know people are going to drink a lot. It's a wedding; they're gonna. That's all it is. So the food suffers. So that's what you get. That's the difference when you spend that $110, $120, $140. Then they'll put nicer alcohol. Uh there'll be more like servers and stuff like that. The food quality will be much better and it'll actually taste good. So open bar weddings are great. Every wedding that I've been to pretty much is open bar for the most part. Every bar is open bar pretty much. I mean, if there wasn't an open bar at the wedding, I'm pretty sure I'd fucking rip open the gift that I had and take out money. Like, dude, I'd be pissed. But yeah, that's like standard too. Like all these places are open bar. You can't bring your own liquor. You have to use their liquor, their bar, their bartender, their ingredients. It's all included, right? So basically that's it. And there are people that are gonna cheap out and give you like, dude, I had some like old people that gave me like $50 for like my wedding. It's like, bro, like your meal was 120, dog. Like that doesn't include like dessert. That doesn't include like happy hour. That doesn't include like anything else. Like and you're giving me 50 fucking bucks. Luckily, like I said, there's only like a few people that are like ancient that will give you that. And the thing is that they're people that have money too. They're just cheap as fuck and they're old. But it's expected. There's gonna be some cheap fucks. You know, there's gonna be some cheap fucks that remembered when their kid had their wedding in fucking 1980 and it cost $50. But you'll get it made up by from your like close friends and family. They'll give you much more. So it evens out. That's all. It evens out. That'd be you. The thing is, $50 as a gift is extremely generous if it's a backyard wedding, right? That's fine. Or you have the option of just not going too, right? You have the option of not going. Or if people like literally just don't have money. I mean, there are situations, right, where people just don't have money. There's people just say, just come. I don't want you to leave a gift at all. Just come. I just want your presence at the wedding and stuff. But the thing is, a lot of these people that are getting like invited to the wedding and stuff like that, it's kind of fucking weird. Like you know them and stuff like that, but it's like I don't know. It's this fucking weird thing, man, where it's like there's the expectation that you're going to like leave a gift. Kind of awkward, but it is nice, I will say. I think it is nice that you just go there, you go to the wedding, you know, food is good. There's like lots of snacks and stuff like that, and like in like the hall and all that kind of stuff, and an open bar, and nice music being like it's definitely a nice experience, and I think it's nice to it's something that I appreciate, I guess. No, there was no gift list. Everybody just gives money. I was explaining if you're just getting in here, Calm, that like basically, so Middle Eastern weddings are a little weird. You'll invite between 500 to 1,000 people to your wedding on like average, give or take. Like those are the ranges of the wedding. Some are maybe like less, like 3, 4, like. But anyway, those people will on average give you like say like $200 to $300 per person, with some maybe close family and friends giving you more. And the thing is, you'll do the same at their wedding, right? When they get married, it's expected that you kind of give it back, right? So you'll have all these people at your wedding, but the thing is, you spend all the money at your wedding, right? So like every person that comes knows that when they see the hall that you're doing, that the meal is like $120 per meal, right? With the open bar. Plus, you're gonna have band, all these other things, right? How do you even know like 500 plus people? Honestly, a lot of it's not just your side. So like for example, my wedding and my like for when me and my wife got married, we actually had less because it was just coming off of COVID restrictions and stuff like that. The restrictions were actually up at the time, but the problem is that we planned when we were planning the wedding, they only lifted the restrictions like a month before our wedding, and you can't plan a wedding that far. You can't tell people, "Hey, there's my wedding's in a week. Come." It's like considered very rude to do that. So we just kept our wedding like the same size that we were planning on having it. But anyway, we had to cut people out. I think we had like at the time, I forgot what it was. 250 or 300 was the limit that you were allowed to have. I forgot whatever it was. We would have had well over 1,000 at our wedding, 100%. We'd probably have like 1,200. I have a lot of friends. My wife has a lot of friends. We have big families, both of us too. Like I have like 80, like, well, like for first cousins, I have like probably like 50 or 60 first cousins, but I have like 300 like second cousins that I like know. Like maybe not super well. My parents know them because they're my parents' first cousins, right? Like each of my parents have like, dude, like a shit ton of like cousins. Like each of them have like, I don't know, something crazy like 100 first cousins or something like that. So those are all my second cousins then, right? And some of them have kids and their kids will come. So this is what I'm saying, like, anyway, you basically, people know what you're spending. That's it. They're going to come, they're going to drop you a gift based on the hall that you're at. And that's it. So people will know what gift to give you. If you're doing a backyard wedding, they're not going to, it's not like you could just like, you can't really like cheap out either. The only thing you could like kind of like, I guess, sort of cheap out on and like make sure you, what, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna say their name, but I have one of my like friends and he did that on purpose. We finally got a game. One of my friends actually did that on purpose. No, there was no people throwing money. I see that in some of these old videos. I guess it used to be a tradition. But what's it called? One of my friends did that. He booked the expensive wedding hall that people have an expectation of, like, okay, they booked a nice hall, they're gonna have nice flowers, they're gonna have a nice band, like, they're gonna have nice snacks and stuff like that, and like the premium bar and all that kind of stuff because they booked the nice hall. He booked the nice hall and he booked the cheapest fucking band. He did the cheapest fucking flowers. He had no shame. He didn't give a fuck, dude. He did the cheapest flowers. He booked the cheapest band. He did no like midnight snack or anything like that. Dude, he made like fucking 40 grand on his wedding though, or something like that, or 50 grand because he cheaped the fuck out on everything. But everybody like, talked about it and like that. Like I was like kind of shitty for him to do that. But he's like, I don't give a fuck, bro. He's like, I got like 40, 50 grand extra that I made off my wedding. But the thing is now is like when his kids get married at some point, right? Then like, people are going to fucking remember that. It's like you kind of like, you tarnish your reputation by doing that. And it's just like, I don't know. It's considered like shitty. That's it. Because you know that like when people know you book that hall, you're going to have a nice wedding. Right? So they give you a gift accordingly to cover the cost of that. And if you're then like chinsing out past that point, it's considered like shitty. That's all. So that is all pretty much.
We need to locate a bomb.
Right. It's like having people, inviting people to your wedding and you're kind of like scamming them in a way. This is not a good sign that this guy's just like at the door. Oh, he's cheating. He's cheating. This guy's cheating. Try to cancel.
Insertion in 5 seconds.
I got out hopefully in time. Close game. Close. Close. Close, motherfucker. I swear to fuck, dude. I will be so fucking mad if the shit ass video game didn't kick me out and close. There goes your renown. I mean, I'll cancel the bets. Dude, I tried to click return to menu, which would have been faster. No, he's like cheating. He was like sprinting around the map with Doc backwards at like 50 miles per hour. I hope I backed out on time and my teammates were able to cancel because there was 5 seconds left. And that stupid, like, bro, why does this game take 10 years to fucking open and close? Like, why? Please tell me they canceled, bro. Please. I don't think I backed out on time because the game, like, it's been more than like 45 seconds, right? Loading in, they didn't cancel. There's no way. I'm just gonna join back. Throws, man. Fucking throws. I didn't get out on time. That's what it was.
Located a bomb. Make your
I
way
didn't
to the
get
location
out.
and defuse it. Down to one friend.
The audio is messed up. Sorry. What time did the game start today, chat, by the way? 8:15 is the first game. It'll be in an hour.
Use your drone to locate a bomb.
Surrender, bro. It's so stupid. I really wish that it would just let me, like, back out on time, man. This is just so dumb. Yeah, I could restream the Rainbow Bravo channel instead. All right. I'm gonna, honestly, this is just stupid. I'm just gonna play standard. Like, this is honestly ridiculous. I just waited, like, let me start. I just waited, like, an hour for a ranked game, and the first thing that it is just, like, blatant fucking hip-fire aimbot cheaters running outside. So dumb, man. So dumb. Bro, who is cheating like this at 7 in the fucking morning, by the way? What kind of unemployed ass activity am I fucking witnessing? It is a fucking weekday at 7 in the morning, and there's people just running around hipfire aimbotting. That is peak unemployed behavior. Pain and suffering. Pain and suffering. Do 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 do. Hmm. All right. I don't even know what these people are doing. I'll actually be. Let me do this. Let me throw this delay on actually for a sec. I gotta go run and do something. My wife asked me to take some stuff out of the freezer to defrost before I finish up in 7. She's gonna be up in a few hours, and it's not gonna defrost on time if I don't take it out now. So I'll be right back. He is breakdancing his rook. He is breakdancing his rook. All right. Back. Namira, thank you for the Trump sub. And Mexican, thank you for the Trump sub as well. All right, sorry, chat. I had to grab all this. There was some trash to throw out, some meat to take out to defrost, so Ah, shit. There's one more thing I have to fucking do. This will take like 2 minutes, literally. Fuck. All right, 1 sec. I'll be right back. Honestly, I'm just gonna queue. I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry. 1 sec, chat. Sorry about that. Okay. Shit. My bad. I'm back. All right. Apologies, chat. Ugh, I had to run outside really quick, too. I had a new air conditioning unit installed, and they needed the serial number off of it this morning so they can send it in for like warranty. Or to register my warranty, rather. Say. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Okay. Cool. Not a rerun. Nope. You heard that right? You just saying nothing about car's extended warranty. Yeah, dude. If you need an extended car warranty, you know. I got an air conditioning unit installed for my basement, and they wanted me to send a picture today of like the tag that was on it with the serial number and all that kind of stuff, so that they can like register it. So that this way, if I have like issues with it down the line, I think it has like a 10-year warranty or some shit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I was doing. So I was outside. I had to like fucking scrounge around behind the unit to like take a picture of the numbers and stuff like that. So that is it pretty much. That's what I was doing. And then I wanted to take the trash out for my wife too. We had the trash was full upstairs, so that I had to take out some beef to thaw. So my wife's gonna make food later. So it was just like little odds and ends, things I normally do when the stream's over, but I'm streaming real late now, so that's the difference. Mm-mm-mm. Just a little different, that's all. Average dad talk when he runs into someone in the store. Pretty much, bro. Listen, man, I you gotta get shit done. That's it. It's part of life. Gotta get shit done. It stuff doesn't pause, so gotta just do it. Mm-mm-mm. Gotta love adulting. You're watching this while getting ready for work. Yeah, I mean that's just what it is, dude. Life. Possibly do up streaming right now. Let's champ. Get on, buddy. Lock in for some cheater filled ranked. What's up, buddy? You actually want to play it?
Standard.
Sure. We can play standard, ranked, whatever you want.
I play ranked today.
You're on your alt?
Yeah, I'm on. I think I have you on this account.
Is it the board one?
Yeah.
Okay. I sent you an invite.
All right. Bro, George, yesterday I was playing ranked. We were like winning like on attack, 2-1, and we get on defense, and these kids are planting in spawn.
That
Yeah.
happened to me today too. There were like five
I was-
people aimbotting, and they were just playing the bomb spawn.
Yeah, it's so
Oh.
boring. Like they planted the bomb every attack round, and then like we went overtime with them somehow, and then it was match point, and the kid just started rage shooting.
Always a blast.
Yes. I was on like a 15-game win streak too, like about to get back in a double digit on my main, and then I just play against that kid. Hopefully he gets banned.
Yeah. Well,
Make
do you
it
have
worse.
tracker?
No.
So hopefully we just don't play any cheaters.
Mhm.
5-minute cancels though. I don't know. Mine
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
working.
yeah. Yeah, that's why I was playing the other day, cause like if we just come across a cheater, we just canceled for 5 minutes. The whole day we played, we spent like at least like 2 hours, like either getting canceled on or canceling. 'Cause
That's the
cheating
annoying
was
part
so
is
bad.
people will
Yeah.
just cancel because they're
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. They were like, "Yeah, I'm not playing y'all. Y'all are too good," and then they just canceled. I was like, "Bro, are you serious?"
Hmm.
And then we had to queue another game, and then it'd be a cheater on the other team, and then we cancel, and then the same thing happens.
Good times.
I might have slept through all three of my alarms, so I didn't go to school today.
Some degenerate activity, buddy. It's like 7 a.m.
Yeah,
How the fuck can you
it's like-
still not go to school?
Yeah. Don't feel like it.
Or you should just go.
It's like the end of the school year, anyways.
Go. Get it over with. You have what, probably like a week or two left?
I have like 2 weeks.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I'm doing anything today, guys. Watching a movie in like 2 classes.
And I expect you to team rush plant, which shows the lag switch you couldn't move until the plant was completed. Awesome. What we should do, we should delete shields. That's what I'm hearing.
No, you want to know the degenerate activities? Rival found a 2v2 tourney on Saturday, but I have work and he's telling me to call off.
Okay.
Do you think I'm weird for not calling off? Because he does. He said it's free bread.
Ordered the whole team.
I thought you streamed at like night, usually.
I'm gonna stream and then co-stream the major, so it's on in like 30
Okay.
minutes. So I'll play like one more game probably, and I'm gonna.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if we could find one more game, that's also true. That is very true, buddy. You deal with people on Xbox as PlayStation players for the track through 3 different walls and kill you while you're on a pixel peak. I mean, there's no cheats on console other than mouse and keyboard or like DDoSing and stuff, I guess. Clips of Blade and aimbot on console, but it's very rare. The clips of Blade and aimbot on console are PC players that got into console lobbies, which was like a legitimate 1-day bug and got patched. Oh, no. Not at all. Unless it happened to you during that like literal 1 day that exploit was available, then you're completely wrong. You can't. So the way that like legitimate whatever like walls or aimbot and stuff work is they actually exploit and they have to execute code uniquely on whatever the platform is. That's why the cheats only work on PC. They don't work on console. You've seen Jinxie react to clips and they had Blade and aimbot. Yep, that's from the 1 day that I was telling you about. And for some reason it's just not sinking. That's literally what that's from. That was like literally a handful of like there was literally like one group of cheaters who got into like a few lobbies on console like 1 day. And like obviously the clips went really viral and stuff for sure. How are you supposed to know it's a bug? I mean, it's fine that I know it was, but I just explained that, and then you're just like, well, I've seen like otherwise. And I'm like, yeah, but that's what that's from. My favorite map at the moment. Probably. I'd still probably say Oregon. I like Oregon. Dude, I'm actually such a geek. It's insane. Like I'm watching this wedding video and I was probably like 7 or 8. I am the biggest geek in the world at like in this like video. Can't believe I'm up. Always up and at 'em, buddy. The stuff you'll pull on console does make it nearly impossible to deal with as there's two specific third-party devices. No matter what you do, there's no chance of winning. I mean, it's just mouse and keyboard and macros, bro. I mean, I understand that they suck. Like, no question, they suck. But like, let's like not compare those to like no chance of winning. Like, come on. Like, that's a little bit ridiculous.
He is right.
Justafar, they the 9-3, so we'll back morning, George. Go on, Justafar. I mean, earlier today, there were 5 people on the enemy team that immediately when you go into line of sight from them, or you don't even really need to be in line of sight, they actually could just shoot through hard walls. They could shoot you from spawn and kill you, and they could plant the bomb and spawn. And there's 5 of them doing that. And we were defending first. That's unwinnable. People playing on mouse and keyboard with macros and stuff like that, is definitely you could win against it. It's really not that fucking like I understand it's annoying to deal with and it's obviously cheating. But let's relax a second here. The entire team has with like cobblestone like coppers. I mean, it's not remotely the same thing. That's just a 5-stack versus people that are soloing. I mean, if you play a 5-stack of people on controller and you're playing against a 5-stack of people mouse and keyboarding that are soloing, the 5-stack is gonna win. Like 5-stacks just generally win. They're much more coordinated. You know, just naturally, that's just how it goes, right? I mean, I know a lot of people that are really good console players, and they always talk about how like obviously very annoying to deal with, but not comparable to like it's definitely very beatable, I guess. All right, well the main channel is live now, so Champ, are you there, buddy? Well, if you're there, Champ, I'm gonna co-stream the major. Yeah, the queue is pretty long right now, man. It's pretty rough. Anyway, I totally understand. It's annoying either way. I don't know what it is. Every video game is like legitimately infested with cheating because people just suck and want instant gratification and are horrible at video games and horrible at life and should just like uninstall. But we just have to deal with them anyways because they're like just dirt losers. So here we are. All right, chat. We're gonna co-stream the major. So once again, thank you to Ubisoft for hooking us up with drops. We're gonna have drops every 3 hours. You watch the stream, you get a pack. There's a limit of 1 a day. I think right now there might be 2 depending on the day. So just stick around. We'll have them here. Additionally, thank you very much for giving us permission to co-stream the major. If you haven't checked it out, we'll go over these things really quick if you're just here for Siege, but follow and turn on notifications. Follow buttons here. It'll put you in your followers list. Notification bells next to it'll ring, give you notification when I go live. My socials are here. I'll throw them all in the chat really quick. My main YouTube channel's right there. I have a really great team of editors that post highlights there. A second YouTube channel, which is there. There's full games of Siege every day, and all my Twitch VODs are backed up there. Twitter account's there. I post on Twitter before I go live and all that. Instagram and TikTok, where I post clips from the stream. Pretty much every single day, so go check it out. Public Discord servers there. If you haven't checked it out, I do have a bidet that I made. You're asking about the bidet. Why did I create a bidet? I wanted to make an affordable yet high quality bidet, and this is it. It's in white and black. Nice box with instructions, obviously. The bidet comes inside of it, metal braided supply line with a metal T. The way it works, super easy to install. Unscrew your existing toilet seat, put this underneath it, screw the toilet seat back on top of it, click it into place, lock it, fold the nozzle down until it clicks into place. Very important, make sure it clicks. On the bottom right or left of your toilet, you'll see a little valve. Turn all the way to the right, flush the toilet a couple of times, grab a bucket in case there's any leftover water, and you'll see something like this hanging off your toilet tank. Unscrew your existing one, screw this on its place, screw the old one onto here, and then connect this to the back of the bidet. Tighten up with a wrench, you're good to go. Turn on the water and you're all installed. Way that it works, you take a fat, disgusting shit, you click this button. After you're done, a nozzle will come down. It's a personalized shower for your butthole, pretty much. Okay? It'll clean your ass completely. It'll be clean. It doesn't go up your ass. It's clean water. Remember that T? It's pulling the same water that comes out of your shower, basically. It does not need electricity to run. You can install this yourself, easy. So yeah, the nozzle, there's a self-cleaning button. The nozzle cleans itself. There's a female wash option for the ladies, a stop button, and you can choose your desired pressure with this really nice knob. So definitely buy one. You just need to buy one. It's cleaner than wet wipes. It's cleaner than toilet paper. It's faster. It uses about 89% less toilet paper, which obviously saves you a lot of money. I used to buy a $20 pack of toilet paper every month. I only buy one now about roughly every like maybe 5 to 6 months. Less plumbing clogs and toilet clogs, and if you have a septic tank, less pumping out of that. And yeah, so and better for the environment. It uses very little water. So check it out today. If you like and enjoy it, please leave a review. They do help a lot. I have a charm and siege if you want to get it. Sub me on Twitch and link up your Ubisoft account and Twitch account. When you do that, you'll get my in-game Rainbow Six charm for free on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. All guns, all operators, all future guns, all future operators. You sub to me one time for 1 month, you get to keep the charm forever. You can use a tier 1, 2, 3 sub, a gifted sub, or sub for free if you have Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, click here, link up your Amazon account, Twitch account. You can sub to me every month for free. You can use it. You can use your own Prime sub, family or friends with their permission, or do a free 30-day trial. So if you do it, I appreciate it. I still get money. It costs you nothing. You get my charm in. Once again, 60 emotes, sub badge, no ads, Discord role, and of course support the stream. So anyway you sub, you get those things, and you only have to sub one time per month to get the charm. Merch is here. It comes in a bunch of different colors, as well as black ice. And thank you much, Dalgrati, for the Twitch Prime sub. And lastly, GFuel is up to 30% off with code KingGeorge. Click here or type GFuel in the chat. Use code KingGeorge. Get up to 30% off your purchase. They have energy and protein formula, which is caffeine and protein. Energy form, which is caffeinated. Hydration, which is caffeine free. Featured collection, which is like anime collabs, video game collabs like Fallout, stuff like that. Bunch of stuff on sale, shaker cups and GFuel gear. Whatever you buy, make sure you use code KingGeorge. It gives you the biggest discount up to 20%, up to 30% off. It's either 10, 20, or up to 30% off of your purchase. So you'll always get the biggest discount when you use my code. It supports the stream, helps with my sponsor. I earn money from it, and I might get my own flavor of GFuel one day. So I appreciate if you do use it. If you click the starter kits under the energy formula, if you've never had GFuel, it's a good way to go. It's a cup with 6 flavors. Pour it in the cup, the pack in the cup, add water, shake it up, and you have an energy drink. There's 140 milligrams of caffeine, same as your standard energy drink, about 2 cups of coffee. No sugar, unlike sugar energy drinks, but it tastes super good. You would never guess it was sugar-free. The cups are reusable, and when you buy these tubs, it's actually under $1 per serving, so you save a lot of money. There's a whole bunch of different good flavors and collabs they've done with different animes and video games and TV shows and content creators. Some good ones I'd pick is Naruto Sage Mode, Sonic Peach Rings, Hype Sauce, Sour Blue Chug Rug, Shiny Splash, and XQC's flavor. And there's a Fallout one. I heard this one's good. I haven't tried it. But just some stuff to check out. So we'll head back over here and we're going to co-stream the major. So yeah, if you haven't... check that out. Okay, why is this not live? All right, chat.